for war. I'm ready for more.
We're here about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, got the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's touchdown. And that's caught at the 2. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson. It's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
This is Derrick Henry. Powerful running. Powers through him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on a Jet touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he gets it down to the 32.
This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Titans.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw here. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And it's a Titans touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Titans 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Brown. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. Touchdown! Josh Reynolds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Ready, go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Carter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Hey, watch that.
Another run on second down with Carter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2.
They'll come out in the pistol.
That's trash. 55 is mine, y'all. 55. I'm coming for you. You move.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't know no better. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Rabbit.
Wilson now to throw on third down. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Mike's 54.
Wilson on the keeper, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, as the first half is winding down, and the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carson, up and good. It's now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a save.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Carlson down to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he takes it across midfield to the 45. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York
York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson up, and he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Defense wins championship, baby. Hey, what's that?
Running left on the handoff, Carter. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Another tote for Carter. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for the curl in.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Catch made here by Campbell. Touchdown, Titans. Paris Campbell, 77 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
54. Exit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54 Mike. Check. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go. I said it. Let's go. Mike 54.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a good punt, but
a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This will go to Henry out wide. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And more. He's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 1st down, Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. General, West. You can't block me. You can't block me. Kill, 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 kill. Ready.
Carter once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Here we go. 30 pace. Let's go. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Let's go, baby. They turn around.
To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he completes it to Berrios. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 54. No chance.
54.
From the 24, Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Charlie.
54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike said.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
54. Pick me up. Mike 64. Weak. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to the ground with Carter. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the Titans' 23-yard.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Check. 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Henry running right. Bulldozes past him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Charles, points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.